So you brought up the value add point about serialization. So quite often when we talk to a prospect who's looking for a compliance solution, quite often we hear, we need to solve this problem right now. That's what we're looking for. That's what we're looking to move forward on, etc. But then there's usually a voice in the back of the room, whether that's the business side of that company or whether that's a different group that's somewhat aligned with manufacturing, but not necessarily right in the heart of that compliance issue, who say, well, now that we're going to be serializing our products, there might be some other really interesting things that we can get out of that. And you just alluded to that. What do you see as a potential in that area?
I think there's a whole bunch of stuff, and again, we can go from the low-hanging early stuff into the 5 or 10 years down the line. Ultimately, this is all part of digital health. It's about making the product and the person and the medical experience behind the product into a seamless experience that really starts to both prevent ill health and treat ill health. So in the longer term, having the ability to code a pack in a way that a patient can read with a mobile phone could start to generate all sorts of interesting ideas in that space. I think in the short term, from the supply chain perspective, having things individually traceable means that you can associate that data with that product and all of those different individual products with other parameters like temperature, like light, like humidity, like location. So you can start to get a whole compliance multi-dimensional picture of your product as it moves through the supply chain. Was there a time-related temperature excursion when it was in a certain place? And that's a kind of technology fusion that I think we'll see in the next couple of years, really starting to add value in the supply chain.
Yeah, so I guess what that really means is that as you look to solve your compliance challenge, if you're a manufacturer, you really need to be looking a little broader than that for a platform that can handle things that go beyond just compliance, and for that matter go beyond just EU compliance, right? To look at the worldwide picture. Am I correct about that?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think those two things don't need to be mutually exclusive. I think there's a fallacy that you need to spend much more to get a future-ready system than you do to get a just good enough system. I think that's not the case. Clearly, if you buy a very simple, very basic system, it's going to do the job you want today, and that's it. And you need to buy something else and hope that it fits. The more intelligent customers that I've spoken to are saying, if we only think ahead a little bit, where's the extensibility of this product? Where's the long-term validation map going to be of this product?
Right.
How am I going to manage this through its life cycle?
Right.
And those are all issues that, if you think about them early, you can build into a well-specified product that you can't build into a really simple, just good enough product.
Okay. I mean, I think what you're really stating is that there is a return on investment that can be gotten from a platform for serialization over the long haul. And so this is not just a situation where we have to do it for a governmental compliance issue, but there's actually a way forward to get a significant return on that type of investment over time.
I agree, and I think the caveat I would put to that is that we all need to have the imagination to look for that ROI if we're going to find it. I think if you go with a mindset that says this is a compliance problem, the best I can ever get is compliant, and I'm going to spend the minimum possible to get there, then the prophecy will come true. I think if we start this with how can we build a system that starts to add value the more we use it and the more scenarios we put into it, then you can start to do very simple things early that enable you to get to that later on. And I think the more sophisticated systems that are out there enable customers to do that.
Yes, I agree. Well, thank you. It was great chatting with you, Mark, and hopefully we learned a few things today.
Great, thanks.
Thank you.